This us talking to the block, to the moms, to the homies lost, to the ones fighting demons in silence, to the kings and queens that forgot their crown. We four brothers coming straight from mud, hitting the web not for clout but for purse bills. Here, Rhythm Night brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light. Block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, hell first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the night time, tune in, feel the vibe. We 4 deep like corners on the block, mics hot in the lab, cooking truth non-stop, no gimmicks. This ain't clickbait chatter, this heartbeat, struggle and soul, blacker than batter. Got fam trying to heal, broke bills on the table. Talk health, mental wealth, if we able, we enable. From the hood to the web, we built this escape. Tired of seeing kings trapped in a lowercase fake. Click clack on the keys, we ain't just pie, we preach it. Street slang, health hacks, real talk preaching. See the system rigged, trying to cage our minds, but we cracking the code like it's Columbine. I'm the brother with the blueprint, knowledge in my stash. Turn trauma to armor, pain into cash. 1 mic, 4 voices, no filters, no mask. We ain't just streaming, we building that path. Freedom Night brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light. Block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, health first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the nighttime, tune in, feel the vibe.
Oh, yeah. 4 mics, 1 mission. Nighttime, nighttime.
I seen young blood.
Yo, what's up, brothers?
All righty, welcome everybody to the Night Brothers Show. We're back on the air with another incredible show. And before we get any further, I want to introduce everybody to our new co-host, Mr. Andre Dillon. Welcome to the show, brother.
Oh man, it is such an honor, such an honor. I appreciate you, brothers. So thank you.
All right. What's
Hey,
going
man,
on
it's a
there?
pleasure to have you here, man. It's an honor and a pleasure, indeed. And look, already, Cheryl Queen, thank you so much, man. You are all the way live. She already hit you off, Lenny, with a happy birthday message. Throw that up there. Cheryl Queen is the first one. Hit the happy birthday, Lenny, out this joint. Y'all got to shout out my boy, man. As soon as you get on, you're going to hear this all night. I'm jumping in and out of here. Anytime we have a public service announcement, we have to leave with Lenny Knight's birthday right now, tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, hit them up where they send the money at.
Yes, sir.
Help us out.
Cash App, Venmo, all those. Venmo, Cash App, any of those, right?
There it is.
Well,
You throw that up on the screen, Lenny. Shamelessly.
Well, this is the Night Brother Show, where your opinion matters, and we welcome your comments and questions. And this is the time for you to like and share. And please, as you come in, say hello so we can shout you out like Miss Mimi Lady. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Welcome to the show, Mimi. Welcome to the show, Cheryl. And as others come on board, please say hello so we can acknowledge you. But happy birthday, little brother. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Oh,
all.
you gotta
I wanna
welcome
see you up here, man. Jump
Andre.
over.
Gotta
on the
welcome to
screen.
the welcome.
Yes, my fellow bass player, one of my bass idols. He is 21 again.
It is.
No doubt.
What's
Thank
for?
you all for the kind wishes and I appreciate it. I appreciate it to everybody. You know, all the ones I got online on Facebook. It's kind of hard to respond back to everybody, so I'm gonna publicly do it right now. Peace. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to the Queen. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I celebrated. You know how I celebrated yesterday?
What's that?
I walked 10 and a half miles.
Hey,
Yeah, you like I
That's a
am.
good move.
Get it in.
Hey, that's a
How
great
you
way to
feeling?
get 10 more years on your life.
Exactly.
Right.
that's what you do.
Take you to the next birthday. Margaret Nick, welcome to the show, Margaret Nick, #1 stunner.
DC.
It was challenging yesterday too, Andre, because normally I'm trying to gear up for like a half a marathon, which is 13 miles. and the furthest I've
13.1.
gone so far is 11 miles. And so yesterday I was feeling good. I was out there, remember yesterday was that weather challenge day where the wind had the gusting winds and all of that. So I'm rolling into my like 9.5 point, and I'm like feeling good. Then I hit this straight, right? I turned the corner because I'm all over my neighborhood when I walk these miles. And the wind was it was about almost a good mile. And I was like, the wind was just like tremendously challenging. And I was like, I started saying, damn it! I was like, because I knew that was going to stunt me. I was like, man, I can't fight the wind and everything else out here. Because I was walking, it was like pushing you back. It was like swimming upstream, And so anyway, I was like, I'm going to have to live to fight tomorrow.
No, here, this is what that was.
Welcome to the show, Lisa.
That was the Most High just giving you a little challenge, so when you get out there and do the real thing, it'll be a piece of cake.
There you go.
I like that. I like that
That's
thought.
like training walking with a vest on. That's what it was like. It was similar to that.
That's what it's like. That's right.
Yeah. Yes, and y'all continue to welcome Andre as well.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Andre will be one of our. He will be one of our four mics, one mission, and when Kenny can't make it, because Kenny's still part of us. Kenny ain't gone nowhere for y'all that was wondering.
No.
Kenny is our brother. He's just he has a lot going on
Right now.
and he will return in a week or two, hopefully. So, but you got to have standbys, right, Q?
Yeah, you'll see Andre on a consistent basis. You'll see it on a consistent basis.
Yes, indeed. So, all right, Q, y'all ready to get rolling?
Sir, let's get ready to rock and roll. We got a great guest coming up.
All right, sounds good.
Man, I just want to lay in the shade, get in those shade, you know what I mean? And pontificate on life. We vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad and fall from the deep end. Said we vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches.
Yeah, folks, we are definitely vibing this evening, and tonight's vibe is one that's very special to me. Tonight's vibe is a special young lady, 18-year-old Michelle Fadele, the face of leadership in Anne Arundel County, and her story is going to amaze some of you. What she's accomplished at a young age is just spectacular, and we can't wait to share her accomplishments with you. And as we always say, this is the Night Brothers Show, where your opinion matters. So we welcome your comments and your questions as we move forward. But we're looking forward to our interview with this incredible young lady, Miss Michelle Fadele. Back to you, Len.
All right, brother.
And you got.
Thanks, Pamela.
There she is. Hey.
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 Welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's an honor
Welcome.
to be here. I'm excited for
Welcome.
tonight. This is going to be amazing. Already the intro already sets the vibe off, so I'm so excited to be here tonight.
Enthusiasm is
We're so happy to have you.
That's infectious,
Indeed.
right?
I told you guys, she will not disappoint. You're gonna get
No.
it's gonna be smiles all night.
Yes.
And we love the love. That is.
Michelle, we have so much to cover with you. But before we get into your formal interview, I just want to ask you a little bit, because this wasn't a part of the interview, but I think it's important. Could you tell us a little bit, if you could, just take a short period of time and tell us about what it was like for you growing up as a youth, and because you're still young now, but what was like in your household, and how is it now, and the role that those around you play? If you could just explain that to us a little.
Okay, that's a good question. So actually, I was born in Nigeria, Africa. That's where I started off, and I moved here around kindergarten. And that transition from moving from Africa to America was something so incredible because I was like,
Wow.
whoa, instead of eating jollof rice and fufu, now I'm like learning all this new American food and new American tradition. But also coming here, realized like I still need to hold on to my values as well with my country, as well as coming here. So I'm able to have both of these senses. I was able to get to explore Maryland, get to learn other peoples and the culture and vibes. So I think my biggest part of my childhood is adjusting coming here, but also keeping my homeland with me. I still love jollof rice. It's so delicious. It's like a red rice mixed with stew. It's so good. I still love it. My mom makes it homemade.
Yes,
I
yes.
love jollof rice and chicken. It's so amazing. And for all the African people who are like, which jollof rice is the best? It's always Nigerian, always my home country. And then and moving here in kindergarten was just nice. I think it was just really arms wide open with the community and the people that I got to surround myself with. So I think that's just like a little intuition on like my childhood right there.
Well, just a little, one more question further, and then we're gonna move on. But what was the biggest culture shock for you? And even as a 5-year-old, if you can recall, what was the biggest difference for you when you moved here from Nigeria?
I think the biggest difference was, I think it was like my accent for a minute, because like when I used to like go in the car, like things like back then in Nigeria, we call it like the boot. You guys call it the trunk here, and I'm like, so I was like, and I say, and I remember when, you know how you say salad, like I said salad, and everyone's like, whoa, Michelle, you're saying it so fancy. I'm like, don't you say it like this? I'm like, salad. I'm like, that's how I say it. So it's like I started to realize, like I started shifting the way I said things, but I think that was a big culture shock because I didn't even realize it until I started speaking.
It's just little things like that. I find that's interesting tidbits though. Any guys have anything else you want to ask Michelle before we get started? Arden, I know you probably have a question or two you want to throw at her.
No, I just like the salad. I love this salad.
How about you, Arden?
I do have one. So Michelle, as I mentioned, every time I see you, you are just always smiling. It's like beaming with this great light. What do you do when you do feel a little down and out, right? Or does that ever happen? And how do you pick yourself up?
That's a good question, Mr. Diller. I would say, and I think one of the moments I'm recalling is like last year when I had a student government election and I didn't win. And I think for me, it's first of all, having that moment like by yourself and like have those emotions. Like, yes, you might feel sad. Yes, like, you know, you might go through these feelings, but I think I hold strongly to my faith. I remember the night of that election when I lost, I like went to the church and I was just like crying it all over. But then I realized that sometimes it's meant to be. Sometimes there's a bigger plan that you don't see yet. You don't know what you have in store for you. So then I took that point as a way to move on. And now I'm so grateful to be where I am today. So grateful to be an apprentice at the Board of Education. I have a job that's flexible. I get to work at home, at the Board of Ed, and I get to meet so many amazing people that I might not have if I had a different path in my life. So I just like trust in the Lord and make sure like, you know, everything works for itself.
Right.
And I think we need the people at home. We need the people at home to realize that was not a scripted question. That was just something I just came up with.
Just off the cuff.
Listen to that answer. Listen to that answer. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Lord.
Absolutely.
Well, Lenny, I guess we're trying to let's get this thing rocking. Let's get this.
Well, why don't we start with, because I'm having a little technical problem here. Why don't you just go ahead and start with the first question, Q, and then while I try to work out the technical from this screen.
Okay. All right. Well, Michelle, listen. You're a part of a school system with over 86,000 students. Over 86,000 students. At what point in your, and you've done so much.
All right, we're back.
Okay. All
Michelle,
right.
She didn't even tell you that if something happened to hit right back on and jump back on. You did it. That's why you're here. You know, you're
Yes. I know, I saw my screen
yes.
frozen. I was like, oh my gosh, but okay, refresh it.
That's it. That's all we do. Just refresh.
Right.
Just come right
Exactly.
back in.
And Equavian will jump on with
And
your
we have some
first
people that
question.
jump right back on you. Man, we got the best audience in the world.
There we
Michelle.
go.
Just
There
I,
we
know
go.
apo- I
they
apologize. That
know.
was my fault.
They already know they jump right back on. Thank you
Uh-huh.
for all of you to jump right back on. We appreciate your presence, indeed. And Michelle, we're gonna keep it rolling. Q, let's rock, baby.
Okay, yes, Michelle. Yeah. So, like I was saying, representing 86,000 students in Anne Arundel County. When do you realize that you had the heart of a leader? That you were the leadership, the heart
Mm.
for leadership?
That's a good question. And I'll say ever since the start, I would have to say, first of all, it starts with my family with having those values instilled. But it really started with elementary school. And a lot of people really say, oh, this happened in high school, this happened in middle school. But we can't forget like where it all started with elementary school starting us off. We had a like student group which we created a service project, and we had to come up with something that we wanted to do with our community. In elementary, I went to Bodkin, shout out Bulldogs. It was called Change
All right.
Makers. Change
Uh-huh.
Makers, you're leading, you're having teamwork, you're problem solving, and critical thinking. So we did Sarah's house and we were helping people with hygiene products. This is something that people don't usually think about because a lot of times it's Harvest for the Hungry, food, but we had
Yeah.
to think of something
Food.
creative. Yes, and so we thought of doing hygiene products and toiletry
Very
drive.
important.
And from
Okay, good.
that project on, that's when I started. I had a heart of a leader. It really started with that little moment in elementary with this little project,
Wow.
but it has grown to expand it with all the things that I've done in middle school and high school. So elementary, that was the pinpoint.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Nice. Nice.
that's absolutely amazing because really that kind of leads me right into your, incredible schedule that we can talk about. Can you just let us know how you balance all of this between AP classes, student government, statewide leadership roles? Your schedule sounds like a Fortune 500 CEO. So, how does your typical day, at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, jumping up out of bed? I'm just playing with the 3:30, 4 o'clock, but it might be. But how does your day start? And what does it look like? Just a regular day.
Oh my gosh, thank you for that question. I'll say it's so hard to answer this question because my day looks so different every single
Day to
day.
day. Yes.
Last week I was in Annapolis paging at the State House.
Yes.
This week I'm getting ready for tomorrow for a conference in Ocean City for a statewide student government. So my schedule is all over the place. But I guess a typical day would be me waking up, maybe going to school for my first period class, and then going to work and then having meetings after school. But really, it's all over the place. And I think that's what I love about my work. It's dynamic. I get to see different people. It's not the same group. I get to meet people, meet students,
Hmm.
be at different events. And like
Yeah.
last week was so incredible. I was like, got to meet the governor, lieutenant governor, got to be at the dome. Like, there's so many things about my life that I'm just so grateful for. And the way I really balance it is Google Calendar. Google Calendar is my best friend. I mean,
Yes.
honestly, I cannot keep up with everything up in here. So Google Calendar is the way I have to go. I usually have also a written agenda, but if it's not Google Calendar, then I'm done. But we're
I
grateful for
heard
that.
that. How do you fit those times in where you're preparing for things, you have things back to back to back to back, but you still need to be prepared for something tomorrow or the next day?
I would say I mean, I pull up sometimes some all-nighters, and I only say this because like if I really enjoy all I do, I'm passionate about it, then I just like do it. I really don't say, oh, I got this. I'll just be like, okay, I have time today. I have time tonight. I'm gonna get this done because I'm so excited. Same thing with this show. I'm like, okay, this show is gonna happen today. Literally, this is all I'm going to have for tonight, planned and scheduled to look over this. So I think it's just like with this passion and my interest, I just like do it willingly.
That's beautiful.
Amazing. It's absolutely
Yes,
amazing.
indeed.
Almond from Legends of the Past said Michelle is a amazing
Yes.
young lady who I'm extremely excited and proud of. And while he put that on there, I just want to remind folks that Michelle is one of the honorees for Almond's show, which is at an event that's taking place this Saturday. So congratulations on that, Mr. Dillard. Mr.
Yes,
Dillard.
sir.
Yes, yes.
So,
All right,
Michelle,
you are up to bat, sir.
so you have this great, big, huge personality, right? And I think it's just innate. It's just who you are. But even with that, how do you, or what is the biggest lessons that you've learned from speaking to hundreds of students at assemblies, or talking to elected officials at the state house, or talking to members of the board of education? You know, what are the biggest lessons that you've learned for that? And I would also say, how do you prepare when you have to do some of these big speaking engagements?
Okay. So let me start with some of the biggest lessons I've learned. First of all, it's truly being your authentic self. I think I've gone through so many different things, and you can really tell who's like doing it just for either a resume filler or not, and who's really doing it for the interest. So make sure that whatever you're doing, you love doing it willingly. I think also learning from like the Board of Education and State General Assembly, making sure to bridge the gaps between. And what I mean by that is that people are going to have varying opinion from all over across. And it's important for you to have an open mind to take in everyone's consideration in making a decision. I remember sitting on the session floor and you have Democrats, you have Republicans, but you have one Maryland and their purpose is to serving their constituents. And I feel like that's literally it for every single like part of government, whether the Board of Education, whether they're students, there's going to be different topics we're going to have that people have different sides on, but you really want to bridge something that has a common ground with it. So I believe in all things through life, making sure to respect other people's opinion, but also stand up for what you believe in as well. And I think whenever I prepare for all these different big stuff, if it's a speech, I make sure to have my speech written and practice it in front of my mirror. I'll like look at myself, I'll fill my paper, practice it in front of my mirror. Maybe I might have my siblings look over me and have a family. Truly, it's important to see how you're going to be looking like in front of the audience. So that's usually how I prepare, and I just like go from it from there. I remember I did like a communications class for AACC, and it was just so crazy because it's like when I had my speech, I had to record it and watch it. I really don't like listening to myself, but it's important for me to grow through like my speaking journey. But yes.
So brothers, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask a follow-up question. So Michelle, at the beginning of your answer, you talked about being your true authentic self. How do you, or what advice would you give to young people, or maybe even adults who are afraid to be their true authentic self because they want to be like somebody else and they feel that peer pressure to want to emulate somebody else as opposed to being themselves? What advice would you give?
I would say it's two different things to like, be someone, but also you can take inspiration, but you really want to make your own path, because if you're following someone else, then it's not going to be, you're not able to like, step out. Like what's going to make you different from it? Like you want to create your own path and make it unique to your own self. And when you do that, like you even learn more from yourself and open up and reflect. And I just think when it comes to like harder decisions and topics, it's going to be what's rooted through your own values, through your own experience that shapes you for like what you want to do. So yes, like I have different like idols and people I look up to, but use that as an inspiration for building up who you are. Don't mimic someone else. You don't want to be like another copy of someone else. You want to be your own self. They don't want to be like, oh, you're like this person. Oh, you're like this person. No, you are Michelle Fadele. You are Mr. Diller. Like you want to have that name for yourself.
Man, I love it. Oh, man.
You're such a joy. You're such a joy to talk to. Listen, Michelle, we're going to just a little bit here, but a lot of young leaders, they talk about purpose and finding purpose. But how has your faith and your personal beliefs help shape and guide your leadership style and your decision making?
Okay, so my faith is really my foundation and base, and I think it's like where I get all my energy from through my Lord Jesus Christ. I think there's a lot of different lessons I've learned through the Bible that have really taken me on that people really do question. Like people say love your neighbors. What does it truly mean to love your neighbors? Is it just your friends, or also people who might not agree with you, or like people who might offend you? And that's hard, but that's what the Bible teaches us. So whenever someone might do something to me, or maybe I might offend them, and then the next day I'm just like, good morning, like, how are you doing? They get caught off guard. But
Yeah.
like the thing is truly, why are we trying to hold all this like contempt and hatred within us? Like, let's be honest, it's even too much work. It's too much work to be doing that. Like, just live life
That's
freely.
it.
The sun shines again in the morning. So I think I just take those little things and keep it throughout. Like, love everyone, be kind, respectful. And sadly today, like that's not the reality in most cases, but we
Yeah.
really do need people like that so we can just keep on those works.
How well? Let me
Definitely.
My secondary question on that is: how has your faith affected some of your relationships? Do you find that people draw closer to you because of your faith, or have there been some who've kind of said, she's kind of churchy"? Or have you had both sides of the coin when it comes to?
Mm, I would say, hmm, I don't think I've ever experienced a time that people were like, "Oh, I'm too churchy." I definitely do use like with my youthful connection for student government. I also in my church am a leader for our youth group, so I'm able to still use those like values and those skills through that. But my personality again is rooted through my faith. So if you don't like what I'm doing, like all I'm doing is truly through like the Lord's work. So if people don't agree with that, then I guess that would be against my own faith. But I think truly the personality I am is rooted in that. So I think people enjoy that positivity. And a lot of people say, you have great energy. This is that. How do you do it? Well, it's through the Lord. It's because I get to wake up and I get to have such a positive mindset. And I'm just thankful for the people and the blessings around me. Especially
Amen.
for those who don't have that same faith belief. I just say I'm blessed to be my life. I have people around me, Mr. Dillard, Miss Pellegrin, Miss Fowler. Like you guys are all blessings in my life that I'm so grateful for. So I take that in that approach, in that sense, and I just hope that people, get to see that through me.
Hey, well, I'm sure they will because you ran right into my question, and I so love you for it. Because I was about to ask, and we're so intuitive. I always said God connects to God, and for real, the people that don't need to be around you will not be around you because you're gonna attract the people that you need, and that's gonna help, and that needs your help. So,
Exactly.
whatever for whoever's not around because they don't supposed to be, but who really behind you and pushed you forward. I think we talked about this. Your village is absolutely amazing that assist you. And I always say a good person knows to give credit to those that have given and poured into them. And whoever raised you well because you've done all of these things without any prompt and any knowing of what the next situation was. So help us, let us know who was that around you? Who are those people that helped you strive forward? Your family, your teachers, mentors, others, to help you push forward and achieve the heights that you've achieved now and those ridiculous heights that you don't even see that you're going to achieve in the future.
I like
Oh
that,
my
on.
gosh. If I was able to list everyone, it might honestly be like an encyclopedia. Because honestly, I think every single person in my life has shaped me on who I am. First of all, I give God is like the first one in my mind with faith. Secondly, my family. I see them every single day. I love them to death. They're amazing. My mom, my dad really grew me up. My brother, he told me what's really cool and what's not cool about me. And he could be like, Michelle, you're annoying, but I love that about you. So I'm able to be with my brother like that. And the same thing goes with my younger sister. I'm so glad and grateful to be with them because they're the people who see me thick and thin, happy days, sad days, rain or sunshine, and they've known me throughout my whole life. So my family is my day one for real, for real. And I think
Amen.
after that, it's just like my community within Pasadena has been so strong and knitted within my education. They've been helping me through my student government leadership journey. Miss Lee, my first teacher here in America, helped me with
Wow.
adjusting to the system. She helped me so much. She probably doesn't even follow her, but Miss Lee from Marley Elementary School. Oh, that was such an amazing experience to get to like open up through there. And honestly, every single teacher from elementary to middle school, even if you're like my team sports teacher, like I learned so much. And pickleball, guys, I'm gonna mention this later, but pickleball is one of my favorite sports to just do in my free time. So I'm like,
Right,
every
right.
single thing I've learned through my life like has shaped me in who I am. Miss Pellegrin, student council for the regional wide, Miss Fowler, my supervisor here at the Board of Education, and everyone that's just been with me has just been again a blessing throughout my life. And Mr. Dillard, opening this opportunity up, like first of all presenting this award, but opening it up to all these other opportunities that I didn't even know exist was super, super cool. So again, so grateful for you, Mr. Dillard. I can't thank you enough for this. Oh my gosh, I saw the award. I saw the award just show up in the picture real quick. But yes, just so many people, and it just puts me to tears because I was like, you all really did shape me who I am today.
Man, let me throw something in. Michelle, you are inspiration just with your energy alone. It's infectious and it's inspiring. And I really appreciate what your parents have done to raise you, because man, we need that type of energy, because life is just an exchange of energy. That's all it is. Relationships are this exchange of energy. You can either lift somebody up or bring them down. And man, you like, this is a birthday gift, man. I'll never forget. Right?
Happy birthday,
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes.
Mr. Dillard. Mr. Dillard.
Yes. So,
You, sir.
so Michelle, I think everybody would agree. Like, and I would say, and I think Arden said this earlier. Over my career as an educator for 33 years, I have interacted with I don't know how many students, but I don't know if I've ever met anyone like you. I just don't know if I've ever met a student like you. Your personality, and just your heart for service and wanting to give and wanting to help others
Yes.
and inspire others. It's amazing. So, with over 400 plus service hours logged and launching a dental drive that collected over 1,500 supplies. Why is community service so important to you? Like, why does that just like where your heart calls out for you to be involved and support others?
I think it's just because I just love doing it. I feel like when you help people, it just brings something. Seeing those smiles on those faces, it makes you just want to smile. And I think you guys already know I love smiling a lot, but I think also just seeing it on the faces of others. I
Yes.
remember just last Saturday, I was just volunteering at my church with like our little ones, and we are doing the whole. We're bringing to life the action of the story of Moses. Ooh, am I first? Okay, wait. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I thought I was frozen. We're bringing to life the action and story of Moses, and I think just volunteering and seeing those kids being inspired by it just makes me happy. And going back to that dental drive, that was our county-wide initiative. Usually within our schools, you always see, I keep on saying harvest for the hungry, but this one was special. This one was unique. We did this during December, during the holidays, and we wanted to bring smiles to families who don't have like toothbrushes and toothpaste. So our goal that month was collecting these supplies so we can bring smiles to people. Our initiative was called Spreading Smiles. And I was so grateful, so lucky to have Chesapeake High School donate the most out of all the high schools in the county.
Oh, wow. That's your
school.
school, huh?
Yes, my school. But
Because
I
of
think it's
because
just a
of you.
testament
Because
to our
of you.
community. Yeah, I think it's a testament to our community and just really planning it out. Usually our community only focuses on Harvest for the Drive, but I think when you open it up and look at different needs in your community and actually address those, then you can start to see that you're impacting more lives throughout the process. So that's things I'm really excited about. But I think in the end, just a simple put, it's the smiles on people's faces. I think that just goes a long way. And I think it's a give and take thing. Like, you're giving, but you're also receiving as well.
You are. There's a saying that say, if you lift people up, you lift yourself up. But you can't get up and hold somebody down at the same time. So I'm glad you're on the lifting side, because you on my team. I'm pushing peace and love, so I'm glad you're pushing it with me. Definitely.
Yes.
Q, you up.
Yes, sir. Well, Michelle, with your generation, social media is a very, very big part of a lot of you guys of your lives. TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and so on and so forth, and some of the other ones I can't even remember. But you were a big part of putting together the class of 2026 Instagram page, and you helped boost the engagement there for your school. What was your little secret sauce to that? Come on, you got to share that little secret sauce with us right now.
Ooh, secret
Come
sauce.
on now. Inquiring minds want to know.
I would say for anyone running a social media page, it's about the interaction and you want to make sure you post frequently. And you want to make
Yes,
sure when you're posting, you're including people. The post that we get the most likes is when you post pictures of different event with collage. Because when someone's like, hey, that's me over there,
The
they
selfie.
yes,
repost that. And when they repost
Yeah.
that, people who follow them, they also see that. So they're interacting with our page. So our main focus with our class of 2026 page is making sure that we're having like our class, our seniors being spotlighted in these page and like athletics, clubs, homecoming, spirit week. And going with this Instagram page thing, I actually just created another Instagram page. So we had our pages, which for those who are unfamiliar with the term, let me step back a little bit. This is like a 2 week internship at the state house where you help to serve delegates and senators, and it's such an incredible experience. And we have so many different groups, but I was like, wait, we need an alumni association. Like that would be cool to connect with different people across. So I think
sure,
just like
Yeah.
2 days ago, I created a pages alumni group Instagram. I started following all the pages for this year and also those of previous years, and it's starting to come up. We just got 70 followers in just 2 days, so we're starting to build up slowly. But I think Instagram and social media could be a powerful force. I know there's like cons to it, but it could be powerful to connect other people and to highlight and to show that. And again, I think it's just taking initiatives any way you can do that.
well,
Yes.
I think
Yes,
Arden has a
indeed.
follow-up question
I'll
for
tell
you.
you
Arden,
what. The,
I want you
the,
to go with
the
a
thing is,
follow-up question on that, Arden, if you would.
thank you. Um, yes, indeed. Well, I see that you weren't just on Instagram. I think you did a little something, just something kind of small with YouTube. I heard. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that thing.
no,
I just wanted to see that look right there because I heard it was somewhere around 6 million views and going. So can you fill us in and let us know the process? Like when you saw that thing ticking up, ticking up, ticking up, ticking up, and it's like no 1 million, no 2 million. Who'd you call when it hit 3 million?
OMG, it's actually a funny story, okay? Because when Mr. Rahman recorded the video, like he recorded it, but I didn't even know like when on the YouTube. Then I was calling him, we were like talking about the event and stuff, and then at the end of the call, he was like, "Also, congratulations, Michelle, on like 3 million views on your videos." I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
Oh snap!
"What?" I'm like,
You
"Wait,"
didn't know
and
till
he's like,
three
"Yeah, the
million.
YouTube video on the thing." I was like, "Wait." I'm going viral. When did this happen? So I went on the YouTube page, went on the shorts, and I'm like, well,
Ah,
golly. Well, golly, it's not me right there and getting famous. But I think it was just like a little excitement moment with a little flair. But I think it was just truly again so honored to have that opportunity and to grow their own YouTube page through that. But of course I got a little fangirl. I was like, wait, that's me. But I was just truly honored and humbled because, of course, you can add numbers to it. But again, I think it's just like the words of opening that student voice, that youthful
yeah.
impact. But again, globally, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's really cool. Really cool. Congratulations on that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you so
congratulations,
That's
much.
that's
Arden.
amazing. So Michelle, we're talking about YouTube and social media and Instagram and all these different social media sites and just even technology and the internet. And I think all the brothers on this call will they can probably I think they're around my same age. They can probably speak to the fact that when we were in high school, we didn't have this, right? And it's the gift and the curse because in so many ways it's amazing to have these things and chat GPT and everything, but also it can negatively impact in some cases our mental health, right? And we also
Mm.
know that being a high school student now, there's a lot of pressure that
Hmm.
comes along with being a high school student. And what are some things that, from your perspective, you think the schools could be doing, or the school system could be doing a little bit better or more effectively, as far as helping to ensure that students' mental health is going to be intact, and that
Mm.
you're able to, students have know the resources that they have at their fingertips if they need to when it comes to their mental health.
Mm, that's a deep question.
Yeah.
I believe ACPS has been going to the right approach, especially with the phone policy regulations, with limiting them. Especially in elementary, I don't believe any elementary students should really have their phone during schools. I remember my elementary days. It's really about creating those friendship, going to recess, playing on the playground, and focusing in. Same thing with middle school. At the same time, I think for my sister, it's like they don't use it. Like it's just phone away. It's important to use with communication when I need to pick her up for practice or take her to sports and stuff. And I think high school having it during our free period, because when we go to college and when we go to university or whatever we decide to do post high school, we're not going to have someone who's going to tell us like put your phone away, don't do this, don't do that. It's either like if you're working you have your phone out, it's like okay, bye, you're fired, or you got to stay in the job. So I think it's important when ACPS was going through the phone policy, they still opened it up, but still limited it in high school, because when you go out in the real world, you also need to learn that self limitation. I think
Yes.
connecting it with mental health, it's important because I constantly see it every day. People are either comparing themselves or they see someone in an event and they're feeling FOMO, the fear of missing out. And
Mm.
truly, it's supposed to really not be that way. But just because we have this phone, this little cellular device, just right and accessible in our pockets. And people just want to know things constantly, constantly, constantly. I think we're being fed information like 24/7, but sometimes it's important to take a break. And I've a little tip and advice for people listening out there: go outside, take a walk when the weather is nice. I think sometimes it's just really just going out, doing something you love. Find some type of hobby out. I went hiking with my sister one time. I like playing pickleball, so I think just those little things like really do help from you disconnecting to really connect with people. But I think with mental health resources, it's important that we still grow that within ACPS. I believe our counselor to student ratio is still not like met to the standards. So having more counselors, like I have my counselor, Miss Mays, has hundreds of students. How can you make sure that you're working like one on one with those students? So I think we could still improve within our county and really throughout the whole statewide on adding more counselor, having more professionals helping with that aspect, because the ratio right now isn't it's really unproportional, honestly. So I think we can still grow and still some work to be done. But I believe AACPS has been moving in the right step through that. But then I believe a lot of the things are also just little things with like, oh, someone's in this group chat, I'm not in this group chat. I think people just need to learn, like, if people do that, let them. I know Miss Fowler taught me like an important lesson. It's just like let them do that. Like, how's that gonna affect you? You still gotta be shining. If they're gonna be doing all that, let them do all that. You still be doing your own stuff. So I think I just like learned that valuable lesson. It's like whatever happens in social media out of my control, but you can keep on doing that work. Use that time people spend on social media to be furthering yourself, like building your skills and having these important aspect in networking through that.
So Michelle, I want a follow up question, right? You're a senior, right? And you're going to be graduating soon, and
Yo.
you're excited about that next step. What advice would you give juniors, incoming, who will be incoming seniors soon, so juniors and seniors who are looking at that next step once they graduate, and they're kind of feeling the pressure because they're not sure if they're going to get into the school they want to get into, or they're not sure if they want to go to a trade school, or they're not sure if they want to, if they have the skills to be able to step into the workforce. So what advice would you give these people who are juniors and seniors and feeling this pressure of that next step?
That's a good question because I feel like I'm still stuck in that boat because I haven't even heard back from all my colleges yet. Like there's still some coming next week until April 1st. And I think what I've been hearing from like everyone around me and those who've just been talking to me is that whatever happened, it's meant to be. I think when I was going into senior year, I was like, I must get into this one school. I must get into this one school. Like, if I don't get into this one school, then I like everything's gonna fall apart. But then I started to learn that it's not about getting into this one school. It's like whatever school you go, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. It's what you make the most out of those resources. That's truly what it is. You could be at
Yeah.
UD, you could be at Harvard, but I don't care where you are. It's what you use with those resources about like what it takes. And each school has different opportunities. With our in-state school, I'm even learning that, hey, because I've been always saying, Michelle, I want to go out of state. I want to go out of state. Like that would be cool. But then I'm learning also in state, you get to have other opportunities. There's internship with our
Yes.
state house. There's things I could do with my poli sci major. So I would just say, if you're going into your senior year and thinking about next step, don't limit yourself. Don't make just a one-way pathway or one-way tunnel. Really explore all the other options. And wherever you land, you're going to be perfectly fine because you're still going to meet different people and fit in with the right group where you need to be. I think that's been some of a shift that I had from last year to this year. And I'm still even like thinking about it as I'm still getting my decisions. Like, Michelle, wherever you go, you're meant to be there, but you can use whatever resources. Just use the resources, use those tutoring schedules, make sure to talk to your professors and still, be there academically, but also, be hype in the crowd and get that, social life within it.
Yes. Thank
Full
So
you.
circle.
that's a great answer,
Definitely.
Michelle. But listen, we're going to shift just a little bit here and talk about something a little different. You know, with the wide variety of personalities among students in the school system, sometimes students can feel disenfranchised and left out, that type of thing. But you have a point of emphasis. You talked about making everybody's voice feel like their voice is heard. And what does an inclusive student government look like or feel like to you? How would you describe that? And how would you project that to others?
I would say for having an inclusive student government, you can't just be the only voice. You actually have to have different voices from across the whole county represented. And I think I really highly um, rely on my executive board comprised of 30 different students across the whole state. So we're talking about people represented from all 13 different high schools and also middle school council as well. I have a soft spot for middle school council because that's where I started within my regional student government. I started as the middle school coordinator, and my biggest push was making sure middle schoolers also have a voice because within our regional student government, it's always been a lot of high schoolers, our schedule, class rank, chords, graduations, and that, but also making sure middle schoolers are included. Shout out to our current middle school coordinator. She has made sure that they have a liaison from every single middle school represented within our student government. And then within our executive board, we have high schoolers also represented. And this year, I started a new initiative called the Presidential Summit, making sure to
Wow.
connect with every SGA president within our high school, and I meet with them on a bi weekly basis. Now, I just started this like a couple months ago, but it was very much needed because I might not be able to continue and do much with them, but at least that could be a stepping stone for what to
Yes.
come next year. That
Yeah.
could be a seed planted. And I remember starting off that first meeting, I was like, hey, I know we have one more semester left, but let's make the most of it and we can see how we can continue to grow that. So I think calling different people from different groups and including them in the conversation. We have equity department, service,
Hmm.
legislative, we got middle school council, and we create new positions. I remember during my term, I helped create the civic engagement coordinator. I helped with having athletics, which my brother represents. So making sure we're getting different groups represented within our executive board, but also having the opportunity for any students to join our meeting. So that is why we have open town hall and we make sure that transportation is not a barrier. So we either
Wow.
have fully virtual or hybrid. So you can either come in person or virtual. So I think closing that gap makes sure that everyone has that right access there. So I would say my exec board and also our open meetings that we always encourage everyone to join.
Great.
Wow.
I love how you broke that down.
You know, I got to say this. I was watching Congress earlier today. I mean, like live. literally watching Congress earlier today, and it sounds like you run a better ship than our president and our Congress.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, Michelle for president, forget it. Let's just go for it right now because
She's
Oh,
my right
I'm gonna get
hand,
my,
sorry.
right in her
I'm gonna
hand.
make my, hey, I'm making my signs right now. I'm gonna get some buttons right here
Are you ready?
for president. We got to get this ship turned around. We need you, Michelle. So I
Oh my
know,
gosh.
you
Thank you.
graduating this year and everything. I don't mean to put a whole lot on you, but I just want to know after you graduate, I mean, how fast can you start? And if not, what are you planning? I mean, is it school, entrepreneurship, president race? I mean, I'm just saying, you got me. So, what's next for you? Just want to know what's next for you.
Who knows? I don't know. I have like big dreams. I definitely want to,
Keep them.
become a lawyer, but I also want to become a politician as well. But just anywhere that it journeys with just helping serve the people, because that's like literally what I've loved doing. So maybe that might either be starting a nonprofit. I don't know what might be in my boat, but whatever it is, I really want to serve the people. I've been really loving being like a legislator or politician because of my previous internship last week. So I've been kind of eyeing that for a little while, but definitely want to be a lawyer to defend people who don't really have much of an opportunity or financial stance, and probably I want to take pro bono cases as well. So like
Hmm.
take cases for free like later on in the future. But then also maybe if politician, if I could throw my hat in there, that would be really cool. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to
All
wait.
right. I just said we're gonna be checking you out.
Yes.
There was a comment, Andre. Before you answer your next question, there was a comment. Sorry, we're having some technicals, but we're working through them. It's not stopping the interview because God is good. But
All the time.
Michelle, somebody said, Cheryl Queen said, "I love your optimism. God is doing phenomenal things through you. He is using you in mightily to impact the lives of many. Continue to spread the joy, God, of the Lord." And also,
Phyllis
Mr.
has
Wallace says she's a
a
true
picture.
leader at 17 years of age. I couldn't agree more. On
18.
you, Andre. Go ahead.
So Michelle, you just mentioned, the word dreams, right? And I think it is great to have a dream, but you are somebody, you don't dream. You like anything you put your mind to, it's actionable. Like you make it happen. So I can just see you conquering one profession to another, being in Congress, being a politician, being an attorney. I could just see all these different things that you would have to do because it's just amazing how you are just so about action, and it's just amazing. And you are just a natural leader. Obviously, your family has helped to kind of cultivate that, but it's something innate with you that you are just this. You have these leadership qualities that some people just never get. So, what advice would you give to an aspiring leader, like a student who says, I want to be a leader, but they're unsure of themselves, or they don't have the confidence, or they don't feel like they have the capacity? Like, what are some steps that you would tell them, or some advice you would give them as far as being able to work towards becoming a leader?
That's a good one. Oh, I would say for leadership, when you think of that word leadership, don't think of it as just in, like you said, not just an adjective, but an action verb. Like I think of it more as a verb. It's something that you're doing. A lot of people like to put the title like, I'm a leader, but really it's what you do, especially when I like write resumes and stuff and I like review things. I don't just like seeing people list their titles. I need to see what they do within it. And I feel like most of the things for
Mm.
anyone who wants to be a leader, just take initiative. Do the action. You have it in mind. A lot of people have the goal, but a lot of people do not follow through. It's about
That's
that follow through, about actually doing it. Don't wait. If you have the opportunity, don't wait. Do it today. I have this quote on my desk in my room. It's like, why not do it today? Because again, 'cause I think the biggest thing for especially my generation is procrastination. And sometimes I do it for my schoolwork, but like when it becomes like goals and things that you want to do, why not today? Why not now? What is holding you back? And if there's nothing holding you back, then do it. Just do it. I feel like now I'm quoting Nike, just do it.
Nike.
But
That's
that's
right.
truly it. Like I can't really put more words into it. Just start taking action. I know when I do things within the Board of Education, I ask Ms. Fowler, who can I talk to? What can I do? Who can I reach out to make this goal like part of my dreams? And it's about connecting. So if you have an idea, also use your support network. You have people around you. Share those ideas. Do not be afraid to share those ideas because those people are there to help you, whether family, whether staffers, whether friends. Share those ideas and you can see that come into goal and come into dream. So use that little seed. Use that little thought and imagination you have in mind. Plant it right now. And the soil that you have are the people who surround you who are going to give you those nutrition so you can grow that idea into a big, beautiful apple tree, mango tree, I don't know, whatever tree you want it to be. And then that's how it really starts with
Yes,
being a leader.
yes.
Yes, that makes me think about when we're talking about those people around you. Your network is your net worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm,
indeed.
I like that
That's
yes.
one.
right.
Like that one.
That is. That
Yes,
is
sir.
Yes,
absolutely.
and to add on, Mr. Dilla, I think something important that I got this year, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like my bestie right now. Like I think when you meet people, make sure to also talk to them. Make sure you cultivate that habit and connectionship. I remember when I met the lieutenant governor, we were talking to her, but then I also took the chance to talk to her intern because I wanted to see how he got into that role of becoming an intern for the lieutenant governor. A lot of people might shy away from like because the lieutenant governor is right there, but I made sure to grab a business card at the end of the day so I
Yeah.
can reach out to see how to connect that. So make sure when you meet people, be interested and also get that fallback. Like, how can I reach back out to you? And they either provide business card, socials, or emails, and actually follow back, not just have a bunch of different business cards on your desk, but really do reach out to them because they really do want to help.
That is
All
awesome.
Amazing.
right. That is it. That was a
Well, Q,
jewel there. Dropped a few of them. You
Q,
know,
Yes,
if you
sir.
want
we're
to be
gonna progress.
interesting, be interested. Indeed. Go ahead,
Yes.
Lenny.
Yeah, we're going to transition to our rapid fire for you, Michelle, as we come to near the end of that video. We just like to have a little fun here. And we're just going to ask you some questions. And, your personality is really shown through already, but we're going to show a little bit more of your personality during this rapid round, if you don't mind. And the first thing I want to ask you, Michelle, is if you could switch places with any, and I do mean any leader in this day and time, or past or present, actually, who would it be and why?
Mm, okay. One of
Just
my
for a day, though. Only
icons,
for a day. Only for a day.
only for a day. I think one of my icons is someone that I would have to do, and not just because they have the same name as me, but Michelle Obama. Her
Wow.
fit, her
All
drip
right.
is so amazing, but she's been so influential
Wow.
as well.
Wow.
Like, I think her story is so beautiful, and also just the way that she serves as a president, as like her first lady term, and also connecting with others. I mean, I was watching her documentary and also realizing that she faced so many different challenges of being the first lady that people did not see through, so many discrimination, so many hate, but she still journeyed through it. She still stood by Barack Obama's side, and I think she's an amazing woman, and I would love to be in her shoes for a day, getting to be with the people, but also like be drippy and wear some nice dresses as well.
All right.
Natural.
So, all right, check it. So, if you have a free day, no meetings, no AP homework, no emails to reply, no speeches to write, what's the first thing you doing? How are you relaxing? What? How you chilling? I mean, where you chilling at? What's popping? That's what we want to know. That's what I heard
Okay,
in these streets. They want to know what's happening.
I got you. Three different things. Either Michelle's gonna sleep in, take that day to sleep in, because sleep is important. I love
Amen.
sleep. If the weather is perfect outside, I think you guys already know I'm a pickleball
Pickleball.
fanatic.
Uh-huh.
Pickleball, yes. In my car, I carry like three pickleball sets, so catch me any day. Pickleball is my game.
I'm
And
gonna
then
have to check you
thirdly,
for that.
I would just watch TV. I've been watching Scandal. If anyone wants to watch Scandal,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
such
remember the
a
show.
good show. Such a good show. Oh, Olivia Pope is a queen, so I'll be continuing my show through there.
I heard that. Definitely.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. All right, so Michelle, what is your one
Uh-oh.
go-to song that motivates you to do any of the wonderful things you do? So when you need that motivation, what are you putting on your iPhone and you're listening to?
Mm. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm thinking of this one song. It came from Black Panther, and I can't believe I'm forgetting the name, but it's by Burna Boy. Burna Boy. It was like,
Yes.
I think it was like, ooh, why can't I think? I was about to sing it out loud, but the whole song it was just like keep on working, even though you're like tired, like just keep on working, keep on going. And being an African queen like I am, Burna Boy is an amazing
That's
artist, so
right.
can't
Yes,
hate.
yes.
I love it.
Okay. All right, Michelle, if your classmates had to describe you in one word during Spirit Week now, how would they describe you? What would they choose?
Energetic.
Yeah, I kind
Just
of figured.
energetic.
I kind of,
Yeah,
I
because
kind of
they'll
figured
just
that would be the word.
yeah, because even in our blue out, they will see me in a whole Cookie Monster onesie out in the football stadium, out in the football stand, screaming and cheering. But I go all out for any Spirit Week or like things that go on within the school.
Oh, that's
Okay,
awesome.
awesome. I think Lenny wants to ask you the last question. Lenny, go ahead.
No, you
Well,
can go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Andre. Go ahead, Andre.
all right. So last one, future predictions. In 20 years, are we interviewing you as a CEO, a U.S. senator, or the president of the United States? Or is it going
Ooh,
to be all three of them?
ooh,
You
that's
could do it all.
maybe we'll start because we'll start 20 years because what you gotta be like around 30, 35 before being the senator and stuff because the age thing. I think we'll start off with U.S. senator, but I would say that might not just be the only stops. There might be other things along the line, but U.S. senator for the first start.
Well, look, I
Awesome,
think you're gonna be. I
awesome.
think
I
you're gonna be
love that.
a CEO before you're U.S. senator because it doesn't take. There's no
That's what I
age
was
requirement for
thinking.
CEO. So
Hopefully.
you're gonna be a
That's
CEO
exactly what
within
I
the
was
next
thinking,
few
Andre.
years.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So Michelle, obviously we're expecting big things with you, and we're just so proud of your accomplishments thus far. It makes my heart feel glad to see people like you, young people like you, who just are willing to step out on faith, number one, because your faith is important to you. That you
Mhm.
step out on faith, and that you're not willing to back down from any challenge. You're willing to face any challenge with God by your side. You feel like you can face any challenge, and I'm just grateful to see you move forward like that. And I'm sure Arden and Andre have comments they'd like to make as well. Go ahead, Arden.
Oh well, shoot. I first give thanks and praise for your light, and ask God to bless you and strengthen you through your journey, because it's going to be a journey. And I ask Him not to make it easy, but make you strong, because that's what it's going to take to make a move, and you have that strength. And when it is the toughest, know that you have that strength within you. And I'm just, praying for your success and thankful for your success, and I congratulate you in advance. Peace and love. Oh, one other thing. I might need you to link up with you this summer before you drift off so you can teach me how to play pickleball. Also.
Oh my gosh, yes, I got you. I got
Okay, I'm be looking forward to it.
you.
So I would just I think of Michelle when I think about you, I think about the word destiny, right? I think about
Hmm.
you and your family's journey from Nigeria coming to here to the United States and landing here in Maryland. And I think about that you were this destiny. This was like you. It was just written for you to just be in these spaces and have the impact that you have,
Hmm.
because you are your true authentic self and you inspire others around you. I just remember the first time I met you. I actually went to my supervisor and I said, have I met her before? Right? It was just like we had known each other for years and we just were kind of reunited because your personality is, it doesn't matter if you meet somebody the first time or if you've met them 20 times, like you still react the same time every time you see somebody. You're always excited to see them because I think you recognize it's a gift. It is a gift. So you are just uh, destiny. You have a path, and we don't have to doubt that you're going to continue walking on this path because it's just who you are. And you are going to be such and have such an amazing impact in everything you do. So just thank you for being who you are and for inspiring others. And we don't have to worry about you changing because it's never going to happen.
Oh,
Mm,
thank you. Thank
awesome.
you, Mr. Dillard.
I
Thank
have
you so
I,
much.
I have a few comments from the viewers that I wanted to get in that I wasn't able to put on screen because of the technical difficulties. But Timmy, I think I'm saying that right. I think that she sounds like she's a parent of yours. She said, "I don't expect anything less from you, and the sky is your starting point, daughter." So I,
Amen. That's
Oh,
right.
so,
That's where we
so
thank
starting
you.
at in the sky.
yeah,
Thank you, Mom.
and also Fatuma just gave you a bunch of hand claps. Lisa Slade says she is amazing. Prayers to continued success. And one more. Oh, Phyllis
Phyllis
T.
T.
Adams
I was gonna
said,
say,
"I
get
believe
that.
she's the manager of Pocket Three Band. It is also of your generation." She said, "I would love to give her complimentary tickets to the Pocket Three concert if she would like to come. She deserves to come out and have some good fun." So somebody's extending something to you there. And my comments to you is, you remind me of you're what I call a second timer. A second timer means that you've been here before. You're an old soul. You've been here before. You're coming back around to enlighten us a little bit more at a time when the world is dark. Like Arden said, you are a light, and I really appreciate you. So we're gonna leave the final comments to you for
To
tonight.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much for just the positive comments, and for those listening online. This is truly again an honor to be on this show, and even just seeing your intro, like really the message is just like opening up this light, especially just in like dark times, and you creating a space where people can share their opinion, where you're able to connect and also broadcast this for others to view, is just truly so incredible. And to keep this ongoing and being consistent is just truly, truly amazing. I think this show right here, helping others, is already inspiring others and just like putting people out there, but also who you guys are. You guys are amazing people outside of this show. You guys do amazing things like Mr. Knight, I see you, Mr. Dillard, and all these other people. Like you guys do so much things, and you're working in your community and really helping the youth. Like you might not know, but you guys are really truly helping each and every youth in what you guys do in all your work. So so grateful, so thankful. And you guys keep being you. Don't stop. Don't stop this work. This is amazing. We got to keep it on going. So I'm so just grateful to be on this show. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All
Michelle,
right.
I'll see to it if you want the tickets for the Pocket Three concert. I'll make sure you get those. I'll make that connection for you. Okay. So
Thank you so much, Mr. Knight.
Peace
All
and
right,
love.
y'all.
Take care.
All
And
right,
thanks,
audience. Thank
Mom.
you very
We want
much.
to
Thanks
thank
for
your mom, too. Thank you,
exactly.
Mom. Thank you,
thank you,
brothers and
family,
sisters
and your
Yes.
loved
and
one.
uncles and aunts, all of them.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday at 8:05 p.m. And don't forget to come out this Saturday at 6 p.m. to the Legends of the Past and Future award show where Michelle is receiving an award. All right. All right.
And, and
We'll
before
be
we leave,
partying
let's
with
one
Lenny.
more time. Let's wish
We
Lenny
partying
Knight a
with Lenny.
happy
Happy
birthday. Happy
birthday,
birthday,
L.
brother.
Happy
All
birthday,
right.
brother,
Happy
brother Lenny. Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Quay.
brother Lenny. Yes.
What?
All
L.
right.
Boogie.
With us.
Peace and love, everybody.
Peace and
Good